spiritual family. As you can see, I've been working diligently on my levitation and my iridescent capabilities. And since I'm going to be out of town this Easter, which has broken my heart a little bit, I decided I was actually inspired this morning to put together a virtual service experience, Easter experience for us to have. And since we know that we're one and that time is an illusion, no matter what time you may choose to view this and open your heart to this Easter lesson, we are all actually together as one at the same time. And my question for you this Easter is, are you a shard of glass, or are you a smooth, rounded, perfect, iridescent, skipping stone? It wasn't very long ago when Heather and I were walking along the beach, not too dissimilar from this one. There were rocks, the shore was crashing, and we were looking at the different rocks and the different shapes and just enjoying the moment when I saw one of the most beautiful stones I'd ever seen in my life. I reached down and I picked it up. It was smooth and round and kind of slightly blue, iridescent blue. I held it in my hand and I rubbed it between my thumb and my fingers for a long time. It felt peaceful and soothing and soulful, just holding it in my hand. It was like a meditation, a connection. And Heather and I talked some more and looked at more stones, but I just kept holding this one. It helped me feel grounded, connected. I don't know how much time passed rubbing it between my thumb and my hand and looking at it. Its iridescent, kind of almost blue color. When I suddenly realized, I said, oh my gosh, Heather, this isn't a rock at all. It's a piece of glass. In an instant, I went on a journey. A journey of no time and no space, a journey of eternity. I became one with that shard of glass. And I realized that if I had picked up that piece of glass the day that it broke off from the larger object that it was once one with, on that day, if I had picked it up and began rubbing it in my hands and my fingers in the palm of my hand, it would have tore my fingers and my palm to shreds. It would have cut me open. But that shard of glass had been on a journey of the soul, swirling through the ocean, rubbed against the grittiness of the salt water, eventually to be thrashed upon the shore of the sand and the rocks, slowly pushing, slowly reforming, smoothing off the edges, creating, becoming the most perfect stone on the beach, resurrected into something new, letting go of what was, letting go of the day it broke, to become something new, something perfect, something beautiful, to be mistaken, waiting for someone, for me, to walk down that beach one day and to see its iridescent blue sparkling, to pick it up and hold it in my hand, to be centered and grounded, to be in awe of its color and its shape, to see it as a perfect skipping stone, to be conflicted as whether or not I should keep it or if I should release it and see if it can skip along the ocean and reflect the color blue. Are you a shard of glass or a smooth, rounded, perfectly shaped, skipping stone? As it turns out, we are both one and the same. the ocean, reality as it is. And there are times when it feels as if we are being pounded, thrashed against the shores, even wondering in our hearts and sometimes out loud, why is this happening to me? Why? Why have you forsaken me? But life, reality as it is only doing the only thing it knows how to do, what it must do. Smoothing us, crafting us, changing, awakening, allowing the essence, the truth, the inner being to come through. It's all it knows how to do. And it hurts, and it's difficult, and it's painful, because we resist it. When we resist what life is doing, what reality is doing to us, that is when it hurts. That is when it feels as if we are being forsaken. But as we surrender and let go and allow the ocean to pick us up and throw us through the air and swirl us around and change us and allow the edges to fall off as they will, we can actually be in joy. We can know and celebrate the process. And so I let it go with much joy. The part of me that wanted to cling to the stone was in resistance to my own changing. And so I enjoyed it more, and I rubbed it in my hand, and then with great joy I watched as a wave crashed, and then the smoothness that occurs after the crashing. And I let that stone, that iridescent blue, perfectly smooth piece of glass, go, and I watched it with much joy skim and bounce. One might even say walk across the water, which it could not do if it had not been rounded and smoothed and changed by the surf. And as I let it go, I felt that it was now going back to something bigger. In fact, the whole process was returning it ever so slowly back to something bigger that it was, even before it was a part of a bigger object, back into the spirit of its essence, back into something beyond the physical, you see, just slowly becoming, letting go, and until one day its perfection, its beauty would simply just disappear. And so I invite you now into a short healing meditation. Please take a deep breath in with me. In through your nose, out through your mouth, and become centered. I feel your wisdom all around me. I feel your wisdom on my journey. Holy. And so I ask you now to consider where it might be in your life that you feel like that piece of glass, that you feel you might be thrashed against the shore, against the rocks, pummeled on the sand, where you might feel you have been forsaken. And then I ask if you can see it differently. If maybe, just maybe, this is the process that before the resurrection, that before the perfection that is already within us can be set free, we must go through some trials and tribulations. But here's the magic key. Here's the peace of mind that can come right now. As we let go and surrender to the process, to that which life does, that which reality is here to do for us, we can begin to know peace now, in the process. And as we know peace now in the process, we start to simply become that perfect, shiny, iridescent, smooth, peaceful presence, so that we might become a calming wonder and awe in someone else's life, so that they see in us that shiny stone waiting to come through, so that we can then dance, skip, and even walk across the water, slowly, ever so slowly returning back to that perfection that we are, into the ocean of oneness, into the essence of our being, to the beginning, the ending, the all of everything, the pure peace of simply accepting, of simply letting go, and coming home. I feel your wisdom all around me. I feel your wisdom on my journey, holy. And so, my friends, remember, time, it is an illusion. Space is not what it seems. And in this way, we are surely together one right now. So may this Easter be a time of remembering, of true resurrection, of acceptance and letting go. That resurrection, that awakening, it's right here. It's in our mind. It's in our heart. It's in our hands. And so one way or another, I'll see you soon. And I'm with you now, as you are with me. Happy Easter.